Hi, welcome to today's edition of Caddy's Corner. I'm in my community garden and there's lots of lovely flowers and plants and some vegetables growing. Mr. Jackson's in charge of it and it's amazing. Needs a little bit more love, but don't all gardens and don't we all? I am off today to go help out a friend with an entrepreneurial business and I'm very excited about it, but I am up early for bartender life. So I just wanted to share a story with you. So in the second grade, Mrs. Shelton was pregnant and gonna have a baby, and she ended up having a little girl named Kimmy, who we later called Kim Shelton. And I actually got the opportunity much later in life to have her as an assistant coach on the swim team to me with my 8 and unders. So it was really nice in life to get to know that little baby. But at the time, as a second grader, I guess I was 7, we had this kind of substitute teacher come in and sit with her in the class for maybe a month, I don't know, a while, Miss Nugent. And she was a fresh graduate from Longwood College, which is where I ended up going. And she wanted to do ice cream social surprise when Mrs. Shelton left to have the baby, to kind of introduce her to the parents and give all the kids in the class ice cream. She got in special permission for only our class to do it, and she wanted my mom to help arrange that. Well, she handed me a note that had my mother's name on it, but it was a piece of paper that was folded over with a simple single staple, you know, holding it together. And I thought, geez, why is this teacher sending my mom a note? Those were usually not good things back in those days. It was a step below being called into the principal's office, but if the teacher was sending your mom a note, something was going on. So I kind of squished it so that a little squish so that I could read inside, and it said this surprise ice cream social was going to happen the next week. So I thought, oh, it's a surprise, I can't tell anybody, but I just couldn't keep it to myself. So I told my best friend at the time, Tom Dumichel, about it, and you know how they say about secrets, once more than 2 people know, it's not a secret anymore. I think kind of after one person knows it's not a secret anymore. But the crazy thing was Miss Nugent decided that because I had told, I'd ruined the surprise, she was going to cancel the ice cream social. So it was more important to punish me and teach me a lesson about reading mail that didn't belong to me. Again, had it been an envelope that was sealed, I would not have opened it, but it was just a piece of paper folded over, so I read it. I was also 7. Anyway, my mother actually advocated for me and tried to talk to her, tried to talk to the school, tried to arrange it anyway. What I don't think that teacher realized she's done was to make the whole class hate me because I ruined their ice cream social. But what she did that day, that it all kind of came out, was at playground time, if you had gotten in trouble in class, part of their punishment system was to put you on the steps with your head in your hands for an amount of time, 5 or 10 minutes. And she did it to me, I think, for 30. And so I sat there while all the kids were playing on the playground with my head down. And if every time I lifted it, she was like, lift it one more time, you're getting 5 more minutes, or another day, or whatever. Anyway, this past week I realized that that's kind of the reason I would go to the steps when I was upset. It was me punishing myself for doing something someone had perceived to be wrong, even whether I thought it was wrong or not. Whether I'd been wronged or I had done something wrong, I'd rush over to those stairs. So rewatching these videos and seeing myself on the stairs was an interesting thing. So my hope for today is that you will be able to make sense of some of the stuff, bad patterns from in your past, may go back to when you're 7 years old. Sort them out a little bit, figure out things that, if they don't have results, if they're not making something better, what's the point of doing them? And a lot of times we self-sabotage and forget to take a minute to think. And sometimes you wake up on a Saturday with your first in the mail birthday present, because your 50th is coming up in 6 days. Y'all, this hashtag 50 to 50 is almost over. I'm not going to stop doing them though, just so you know. And it makes you laugh. And they give you a calendar. So you get a year, well, 16 months to remember connections, remember special friends, remember who you are. Anyway, thanks for joining me in Caddyland, and we'll do it again tomorrow. I'm off to help my friend, and then I'm going to be doing a karaoke shift tonight, so Saturday night karaoke at Montero's. Rock and roll. Oh, I sang Added Up by the Violent Femmes. Big crowd pleaser last night also. My first karaoke song ever, and I love doing it. So thanks, Miss Stephanie Cox Connolly, for that one. Have a good day. I'm starting to smile again, y'all. I hope you are too.